The thing that was so beautiful about Joni is Joni's articulation and the intimacy and the trust that she had with me was instant. And throughout the entire season, throughout the entire process, because it was a storyline that went on and carried through, if I had a question, it didn't matter if she was with her family, if I needed something answered to understand it, to better serve the reality of doing this character's job that I had to do, Joni was right there for me. And it really, there was no question was off limits as well. She was completely open and available and truthful and articulate and really helped me understand what it is to walk in the shoes of someone who's had their entire life turned on its head within a moment's notice, and how to better portray that so that it became relatable to anyone seeing the show, that it had a ring of truth. And it really came from her honesty and her trust in me and her belief that her story was protected and her story was going to be lived out and informed through the good that it does by her retelling, by us telling it on national television, by allowing the episode to be a catalyst for people changing their lives the way we've seen Joni so successfully do it. And because she was brave enough. I mean, for me, the hardest thing I think I had to deal with in that script was the rape kit. And this is something that the character is terribly resistant to because she's in shock, she's in denial that it's happened to her. And all of the feelings that come with that, re-victimization is a term that is used often, what it feels like to lay on that table and to have that evidence taken for someone who's just been through the most traumatic thing I think a human being can live through, in my opinion. For me to understand what that was really came from our conversation about what happened during Joni's experience. And I was able to go there because I knew very deeply what that experience was for her. And then in my other research, I was able to go into the Rape Treatment Center here at UCLA Santa Monica, which is an international model. It's a tremendous place. And to have the images of Joni's experience in my head when I walk into a facility where they perform the rape kit, and to look at pictures of people's genitalia, of other body parts, and to add up what this woman went through. It was very visceral, it was very specific, and it was immediately there for me. And it will never leave me. Those images will never leave me. And because I've grown to love this woman so much, I, of course, had a very large response. And it's become a calling for me now to make sure that as best we can prevent this stuff and as much as we can enable people to feel that getting the rape kit is the right thing to do, that utilizing the opportunity to get this DNA evidence and to trust that the backlog will end is such a life's mission for me now, and it's one that we certainly fight together and proudly encourage women to do.